Man,
But
we got to big up the crew because she was number one. CEO number one in the PWI, what is it, 250 or PWI
yeah, 250. Women's
women's
250.
250 women's
Yeah.
250 Mercedes Monet number one for the first time. And I was looking at the list of every winner since 2008. There's never been a winner twice. No one's ever won it twice. Tony's one of the closer ones who got number one last year, and then she was number two this year. Mercedes deserved it, and I really didn't have too much issue with the top 10, other than Tiffany Stratton being ahead of everyone below her.
How
Honestly,
dare you?
honestly, that was the only one. I know the PWI is based on kayfabe, and I know
Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton has had the WWE Women's Championship for a long time. Okay, but I'm sorry, you also have in your category or your criteria PWI match quality. And
Banger match.
that is where Tiffany Stratton falls short. She did not have a good match with Charlotte Flair. She had multiple matches with Nia Jax to the point that I don't remember. I think some of them were good, but some of them were not. So it's all mixed together in one. And like, yeah, come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? Io Sky? Io Sky below Tiffany Stratton? Io
Yeah, that
Sky
one I
was
can't defend.
WWE Women's World Champion and had one of the matches of the year. What are we doing? Ahead of Stephanie McCare? Stephanie McCare, who went from a virtual unknown ahead of Forbidden Door last year, has a banger match with Mercedes Moné, gets signed by WWE, has the fastest rise in NXT women's history, and then goes to the main roster and wins the WWE Women's World Championship. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
All right, Forbidden Door 2024 didn't count
I
on
know,
the
but
criteria.
everything else except for the WWE Women's World Championship win happened between that time, though. She won the
Yeah,
NXT Women's Championship. She won the NXT Women's North American Championship.
EO definitely should have been ahead of Tiffany. I agree
Saray
with
should have
that.
been ahead of her too. Saray, one of the biggest draws in Joshi wrestling. She owns her own promotion. Won the IWGP Women's Championship. Won the Marigold top title. What are we talking about?
It
Tiffany
felt like
Stratton won one thing. One thing. She won the Money in the Bank and the cash in. That's it. That's it.
that's two things, kind of.
Same thing. Same thing. Once you win the Money in the Bank and you're a woman, you're gonna cash in. So you basically won the title when you climb the ladder. That's it.
Wow. But
It's a
then she
hundred
defended
percent.
it.
It's 100%. It's 100%. It's like telling me that 2 plus 2 that one time is 5. No, it's not. It's always 4. It's 100% of the time it's 4. Just like 100% of the time, every time a woman climbs that ladder and grabs the briefcase, or a man drops down the briefcase to them, they usually clash it.
I feel like Mariah May. Well, I guess her title victory came before. It came before the criteria period, but it felt like she was a little too low. I mean, the Hollywood ending is better than kind of anybody's top match
Yeah.
on here. She was the AEW Women's Champion for part of the criteria period. She got paid at NXT. Feel like she was a little too low. I mean, she was 20. Like, did Jordan Grace really have a better year than Mariah May?
What number was Jordan? Like
Jordan was
12?
17.
Oh, 17.
Yeah. Did Nia Jax really have a better year than Mariah May? What did Nia Jax do
She was WWE Women's Champion.
for part of the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Apparently that title, holding that title, is you in rarefied air, so you
I
get
guess so.
extra preferential treatment apparently.
Yeah, yeah. This list was. I think they got number one right. I think they got number two right. After that, it's
Yeah, so
questionable.
after that it's a little shaky. It's a
Yeah.
little shaky a bit.
Yeah, high end was
Yeah.
completely left off, and even they admitted like, "Oh, our bad. We screwed up on that one." Yeah, it was a little rough after the top two there. I think Tiffany Stratton should have been higher personally.
I think Tiffany Stratton deserves to be in the top 10. I just don't think she deserves to be ahead of, in particular, EO and Vicaire and Saray.
I think she should have been number one, because the build to her match against Charlotte Flair was the greatest build of all time, and Tiffy time is the best catchphrase of all time. I think she should have been number one. Tiffany Stratton will always be number one for me. I like her theme song too. Drop. I want to see you drop. Drop. That's the song.
That's her song?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Maybe I don't remember Tiffany's song.
You don't know the lyrics?
No,
You're Mr. Theme Song out here, SV3.
This should tell y'all that when Tiffany Stratton comes
It's
out,
Tiffy time. Drop.
That's all I know.
Want to see you drop. I don't know why. It's a shout out to Drake, I guess. Drop, drop, drop. I think Tiffany's had her song longer though. She's had the song for a while. Drake stole it off of her. Another ghostwriter for Drake.
There you go.
Imcap saying I'm grasping at straws with the Tiffany take.
Obviously.
I'm not making a real argument for Tiffany Stratton. My argument is I thought her build with Charlotte was the greatest build of all time, which is factual because it ruled. And I really like her theme song, and her catchphrase pops me. I don't think she had, like, the Trish match was probably the best match she had. I think that was in the criteria period.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Yeah, I like the Charlotte match, but I realize I'm in the minority, and I liked it because there was a risk factor to it.
An element of danger.
Yeah, an element of danger. Thank you. That a lot of matches don't have. But again, I realize I'm in the minority with that. She had like 15 matches with Nia Jax. I could not tell you which one was which. So
and then she had like 10 matches with Jade Cargill. So
yeah. Yeah. It wasn't a good reign. I'm on record of saying that, but like the Charlotte build puts so much. It's one of the most memorable things of the year for me, honestly. It's such a good build. Goes 0-3. Woo!
I am glad that Saya Kamatani got number 3. That was a good shout, a good move by PWI. So even though I did rant about Tiffany Stratton being that high, I got to give them credit. So Saya Kamatani, she had an argument to be number 1 on this list because she's the biggest star in Joshi wrestling, one of the biggest stars period in all of Japan, and being a woman who's one of the biggest stars in all of Japan is quite the statement. She feels like the odds-on favorite to be the Tokyo Sports MVP, and that's why when a lot of people are arguing who's the women's wrestler of the year for the end of year outside of PWI, who's the women's wrestler of the year, you'll hear people make the argument for Mercedes. They'll make an argument for Toni Storm, for Io Sky, for Becky Lynch. There should be an argument for Saya Kamatani as well, because Kamatani has had an exceptional year.
Tiffany Stratton should have been higher.
When Tiffany Stratton can have what Saya Kamatani did with Tam Nakano this year, the match in Kurgan Hall on Niter and Kurgan, 5 stars. That was incredible. The match at All-Star Grand Queendom that headlined the show, that was one of the most emotional matches of the whole entire year. She retired Tam Nakano on top. She had a banger with Momo Watanabe just a couple of weeks ago at Stardom Crimson Nightmare. She tore it up with Suzu Suzuki earlier this year. She's been the top draw, got the most attended Stardom event of all time. She's making money. She's bringing in money. She's having exceptional matches. She's cutting great promos. She's got the best character.
When Saya Kayatami can bully Charlotte Flair on the mic, you let me know. Okay?
Yeah, she would if Charlotte could understand Japanese.
You don't bully Charlotte Flair on the mic like that.
Man, everybody bullies Charlotte Flair on the mic. She ain't that good on the mic.
I didn't say that, but she still trucks people on the mic. And she got trucked in that segment. That's the PWI Women's 250. Everybody. Tiffany Stratton should have been higher. That's my final comments on it.
There's plenty more over on Fightful Overbooked. Click that subscribe button, tap that bell, get your notifications. And while you're at it, like the videos. Interact with them. Say some stuff. We want to hear from you. While you're at it, join us every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, live for In the Weeds. You might like it.